Hello guys, and welcome back to another week on the flower farm here in East Yorkshire in the UK. I am just going to get cracking with pulling off this cover crop here that is behind me, which has been sown on top of a dahlia bed. What I really wanted to do was see whether I could improve the soil in the dahlia beds whilst the tubers were still there underground over winter, and it seems to have worked quite well. I did sow a multi-species cover crop here. It was looking quite thin at the back end of autumn last year, but it has thickened out in spring. I'm not sure whether some of the seeds kind of went dormant over winter and germinated in spring, or whether it's just thickened out enough for me to notice that it's kind of covering the whole bed now. But the dahlias are starting to shoot up. It is now kind of early May, and what I want to do is get this pulled off so that the dahlias can get established in the bed. What I'm going to do is be cutting it off with my shears today at the base, and I've got varieties in here that should be killed off if I cut them down at the base, leaving the roots in the ground. Things like mustard and phacelia that I've got growing in here, and tillage radish. I don't think that those are going to regrow if I cut them down at the base, whereas things like ryegrass, which I have in some of my other cover cropped beds, would grow back if I didn't kill it some other way. So what I would like to do in an ideal world is kind of perhaps chop and drop it, so chop it and use it as a mulch on the bed. But in this field I have a really big problem with slugs, and what I would like to do is maybe take it off and compost it instead, and bring the compost back into the bed in the future, rather than leaving a mulch which is going to create an ideal environment for slugs. And slugs kind of tend to like the alcohols in fermenting plant residue, so I'm wanting to keep that away from the plants that I want to not be attacked by slugs. And that's one of the things that I'm going to try and work on this season, is instead of cutting stems and stripping them straight onto the ground and leaving that residue to break down in the areas around my plants, I'm going to try and take that off and compost it rather than leaving it in the field, because that could be another factor that is attracting the slugs and snails in this field. So I'm trying to obviously reduce the amount of slugs and snails I've got in here by various methods. So I have removed a lot of the weed membrane in here, and hopefully that is going to create less environments for slugs to live here in this field. I have had quite a lot of frogs and things in here in the past, but I haven't seen any recently. But maybe a new pond is something that I'm going to have to put in at some point, just to try and reduce slug pressure by increasing the biodiversity in here and introducing more predators of slugs. So better get to it. I'm going to chop down, remove and take it over to the compost pile, ready for a new thermophilic pile. So as well as taking down that cover crop this week, I also want to get some planting out done, because it's getting quite nice and warm now. We're going to have some rain, so it's all going to get watered in. I need to cut the grass. I need to move the chicken tractor, which I'm about to do now, and I need to sow some more seeds, the Rudbeckia Saharas that I've just bought again for the third time, and I'm just about to move the pigs to the polytunnel to start a new experiment to see whether the pigs are going to mulch down my cover crop, so eating it and trampling it down, and see what results that bears. I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out, and it's part of kind of the 5 principles of soil health, and integrating animals is one of those principles. So I'm excited to be incorporating the pigs as well as the chickens at some point as well. I already started off putting the chickens in the polytunnel. They were allowed to clear it out for a few weeks, so they got moved out into the chicken tractor, and then I'm going to bring the pigs in now that the cover crop is ready to be terminated. So I'm just going to see if I can get Rob to help me out with moving the pigs across, because I don't want any runaway pigs. So you can see that this is where the chickens have been, and I just move them one step at a time onto fresh grass. So they get fresh grass daily, which gives them lots of nutrition, nice orange eggs, nice healthy chickens, and it also helps by fertilising the grass. This hen here is broody, and last week I took some eggs off her and she went back to normal, but this time I've decided I've bought some fertile eggs on eBay, some mixed species of some nicely coloured eggs, so hopefully she will continue to sit until they arrive and then she will be able to hatch them for me. Right, that's the chickens sorted. I'm going to go and see if I can get some help moving the pigs now. So I'm just hanging around the polytunnel area just to kind of keep an eye on Hector and Cyril while they are munching away in the polytunnel. They seem to be having a good time in there so far. There's lots of happy grunts coming from the polytunnel. So whilst I'm here, I'm just going to sow the Rudbeckia Sahara seeds, the third batch of seeds that I have sown this season, and I'm really hoping that this is going to do the trick. I've bought new compost, and it's very nice and warm now at the moment, so I don't think I'm going to put them in the germination chamber, even though I know that they do germinate well in there, because it is quite warm in here already, and it's about 20 degrees today and it's overcast. So I think that that's going to hopefully be successful, and we will get ranunculus towards the end of the summer. Guys, guess what I've done? I'm so annoyed with myself. I ordered all of my seeds from Chilton's the other day. Honestly, I've literally made about 1 million orders on Chilton's this year, just because I just can't seem to get organised. And I put some Rudbeckia Sahara in my basket, and the plan was to go to the basket and then put 10 packets in, not one. And I've just got myself 1 packet of Rudbeckia Sahara, of which there are 30 seeds in, so that is not enough, and I'm gonna have to make another bloody order now. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm a bit pissed off about that. What an idiot I am. So yeah, I'm just gonna carry on. I've got some other things here. I've got some spangle grass, Chasmanthium latifolium, that I really loved last year. That's a perennial grass. I've got some nasturtiums for the garden, phlox, Panicum elegans, the sprinkles one, some honesty, some turd flax, sweet rocket, gomphrena, white and rose, didiscus, lace flower, another wallflower, ivory white, sugar rush, wallflower, light rose, corncockle, madame butterfly, snapdragons, campanula, white, and celosia, flamingo feathers. I haven't been able to get that to germinate this year, but it was really great last year in the bouquets, and some eucalyptus silver dollar. So I'm going to sow my 30 Rudbeckia and whatever else, and then go and sulk. Day 2 in the polytunnel. I kind of didn't put the pigs in too early this morning because I thought the sun was going to come out, and it is coming out now, but there are lots of clouds interspersed. It is very warm in here when it gets sunny, so that's why I don't particularly want them in here when it's hot, because pigs do struggle to regulate their temperatures. Hector's loving that, so that's good. Cyril is less keen, but he sounds like he's doing something. Let me see if I can find him. There he is. Good boy, Cyril. This is a good patch that's cleared. Well done. So we'll see what the damage is after the second day. I don't know why they're sticking to the right hand side here and not going over there, but hopefully they'll crack on with that today. I'm just in here actually picking some asparagus fern from my asparagus that I've got here. That's a cutting variety that I got from Chilton's quite a few years ago, and it's really great for kind of wispy foliage. So what I'm doing at the moment is picking some flowers to make an example bouquet so that I can post it on Instagram and possibly send an email to local customers just to let them know that there are some flowers available this week. We've got ranunculus, geums, hesperus, asparagus, about 10 tulips left, and I'm really looking forward to maybe in the next week or so lots and lots and lots of foxgloves. So I'm going to attempt to get some planting out done right now. So I've just got a tray of limonium and I'm just going to put it into this bed here, which is next to the ranunculus tunnel. And I've just come around the back because I made my bouquet earlier and posted online about being able to sell some flowers this week, some bouquets, and I received 2 new subscription customers and 4 or 5 orders for bouquets. So I'm just coming to the tunnel because it's about 20 degrees today and I've made the mistake of leaving this half on. So I'm just going to pull it down and I'm going to check whether whether I've got any more flowers today, because with the heat I expect I've had some more ranunculus bloom today, so I need to see whether I can squeeze in an extra couple of bouquets, because apart from the ranunculus I don't really have any more focal flowers. So although I've got filler and foliage, I haven't got really any more focal flowers to go with it, which is a bit of a shame because I could have sold more bouquets this week. But next week, hopefully with the foxgloves being here, we can sell some more bouquets of those. It's an absolutely gorgeous morning today. It's been warm enough to wear t-shirts in the last few days, and if I was willing to brave it, probably shorts as well. And we had a good thunder and lightning storm last night, which was quite nice to listen to in bed. But I'm going to just pick some of this sedum. I might pick a little bit of foliage as well, just to sprinkle in a couple of the bouquets, and I've got geums to pick in this field as well, and I'll see what tulips I can get, but I think I'm about done for the tulips this season. While I was out picking flowers, the fertile eggs that I'd ordered for my broody hen had arrived, so I had to get back in to organise somewhere for her to stay. I decided the best place was going to be inside my workshop. Right, I've got my broody hen set up behind me. She's got a dog crate, and then I'm going to collect her in this cat crate, and then I'll just put the cat crate straight in the dog crate. She's got a little tub of food and water, so I'm hoping that she stays broody and we can just sneak those fertile eggs underneath her. Look at the colours of these guys. That one is my favourite. I hope that one hatches. That's I think that's an olive egg, so it's like a really nice green olive colour. And then we've got a few blue ones. I also really like these dark coloured eggs. I think that's a Moran egg, which is the same breed as the hen that's going to be sitting on the eggs. So guys, I just went and sorted out one of my flower beds that needed kind of lots of couch grass removing. I just went and sorted that out and cleared it out whilst Mrs. Chicken was getting acclimatised to being in here, and that's why I'm talking a little bit quietly, is because I don't want to cause too much disturbance for her. So she's been in here an hour or two now, and I've noticed that she's scooped all of the eggs up underneath her, and she's sitting quite quietly on top of the eggs. So as long as I keep things quiet, I think she'll be okay in here. And I'm just gonna I've got my bouquets to wrap basically, so I'm just gonna do it nice and quietly and calmly, and hopefully I'm not going to disturb her too much. And once that's done, then I can leave her alone for the rest of the day. So I got my 2 bouquets and my 2 posies done, and I do have another order for 3 more of the bouquets, so I'm going to pop those together later because she's going to come and collect them a bit later than the others. Bit of an end of video update for you here, guys. The pigs weren't able to fully kill off this cover crop because it just got too warm. It was sunny most days and it was getting very warm in here. It was kind of 30 degrees plus most days. So what I did was I came in here and kind of stamped it down myself with my feet, and unfortunately all I had on was sandals, so I didn't do a great job of stamping it down. But today I've got my boots on, so I'm just going to come and give it a good trample because the mustard has started to stand back up again, and the last thing I want is for the mustard to go to seed. So overall, I mean, every time I do an experiment with the pigs I kind of get mixed results from it. They kind of do half a good job, but maybe it'd be better if I had like maybe 5 pigs or something like that, and that's not an excuse to buy more pigs. I'm definitely not going to be getting any more pigs anytime soon. The other update I've got for you is that the foxglove has finally started flowering. They are taller than me now, or well, at least this one is, and we have lots of nice white, pink and peachy colours, and there are lots of them available all along here, and there is a patch of them over there as well. So I'm going to enjoy picking those this week for my subscription customers. Thank you again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow along with my flower journey, and give it a thumbs up if you liked this video. I'll see you on the next one.